one of the attorneys, the prosecutors was like, this is the ultimate betrayal. Had you guys heard about that YouTube, like a YouTube star that was a mother, like her whole stardom on YouTube was about being like a strict mother or strict parent.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
She got yeah, she
she
got
doing
jail time,
time.
right, for abusing her
And
kid.
yeah, she was torturing her. Yo, dude,
Yeah.
that was so heart wrenching. My wife put it on. I'm always annoyed when she puts on certain things, and I'm like, I don't know. But then I honed in on first that it's a YouTube, influencer type person, and I'm like, okay, because this talks to the ills of our society right now, like where we
Yeah.
take people at this face value, and we think that what they say is, the word of God, basically. And so this lady was, professing how, like that she was an expert on how to raise your kids with discipline, and her
Yeah.
kids were
She was
the
blowing
best
up off of
behaved.
that. Yep.
Yeah, blowing up. But then little by little, supposedly coming out in her videos and her vlogging, she was showing some more like extreme stuff
Parenting, yeah.
that people started to get worried, and they even started a petition against her.
Yeah,
What are those things called?
her
Those
name is
dot org?
her name is Ruby Frank, by the way.
Yeah. So whatever, they started one of those petitions, and she started getting supposedly even death threats, like her and her and her
Yeah.
Damn.
and her family.
Yeah.
She got off YouTube, but in long story short, she ends up hooking up with a therapist, not hooking up sexually, but hooking up, and her and the
Partnering.
therapist start like some online course thing, and they start like what's it called, like not mentoring,
Coaching.
whatever, yeah, coaching, there you go. And so supposedly the therapist also, it had like a little bit of a history of like
Crazy.
being a little foul to kids, and they end up torturing the youngest of the kids, torturing, like literal
Yeah.
torture.
Yeah.
They're making them stay outside in like desert heat for an entire day or two, and sleeping outside and walking barefoot, on desert floors, and handcuffing them to the point where their skin is falling off, and not feeding them, and starving them. It was so heart wrenching to watch, and to hear this clueless lady talking about like she didn't do anything wrong, and then she used religion on top of that to
Mm.
like
Yeah.
she was saying her kids were possessed and were demonic, and it's like, I don't know, bro. It was just heart wrenching to watch, to see any parent, like one of the attorneys, the prosecutors was like, this is the ultimate betrayal
It
for a
is.
mother to do to their child. Yeah.
Absolutely, it is. I
Yeah.
heard a crazy story recently too, where this lady, she, it was an infant. She left her infant in the
Oh, that one's crazy.
Oh,
bro in a freaking
to
pit
go on
playpen
vacation, right?
and went on vacation.
Wasn't it to DR?
Puerto Rico, she went to.
She was gone for what? How many
Where were
days?
you going, bro? Where were you going?
I just knew that if I said DR, it might be foul for you, but no, yeah, she was Latina, and yeah, she went to go and mess with dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. She was out for
Left,
like 10 days or something like that. And yo, of course, like baby never got fed, nothing, and killed the kid.
and the people were hearing the baby cry, the
Wow.
neighbors.
That's
And
foul, man.
dude, yeah, that's like I can't, like I told you guys before, it's hard for me to watch anything involving kids nowadays as a
Yeah.
parent. There was other crazy story of the I think, I don't know if the kid was handicapped or mentally challenged, and the kid was older, maybe even a young adult, but that the parents left her on the couch so long that she melted into the couch.
Ah, I saw a
No.
headline about that.
Come
Like,
on, man.
what kind of
Yeah.
disturbed people are around in this society, man?
Okay, I got one more disturbed one for you.
Fuck.
So
Pile on.
my wife put me onto this podcast called Scamanda, and you should peep it out. But it's about this woman who for shit almost 7 years pretended that she had terminal cancer and got all these people behind, like her fan, like her kids, lying to her kids that they had that she had terminal cancer, and was like faking hospital visits and faking like injections, and getting all these people to like pay for everything, pay for her trips, her house, her kids, like uh you know uh
Activities and
activities, all that shit. I mean, it was out of control. You should listen to it. It's crazy. What's wrong with people? Like, what is?
yo, I feel there's a lot of people out here that unfortunately they walk around their lives with their hands covering their eyes, bro. Like they just they don't account for like zero accountability. And yo, you can't walk through life just like closing your eyes, thinking that whatever you can't see is not getting impacted. Like it doesn't work that way, especially when you're a parent and you got kids, bro. Like,
Yeah,
the fuck is wrong with you?
it's funny. My son was listening to some of the podcast, and then after a while, I was like, "Can we turn this off? It's making me feel weird. Like,
Hell
it's making
yeah,
me feel."
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah, man.
I'm all about like showing my kids the reality that exists out there because I feel like a lot of times they live in a bubble.
yeah,
But this kind of shit, I can't even there's no benefit to showing them any of that kind of stuff.